It's over. Sam Heughan regrets Caitriona announcing she has a new boyfriend. New York, a chilly autumn evening. On Broadway, neon lights were shining, reporters were lining up in front of the doors leading to the premiere of Caitriona Balfe's latest film. Unlike usual, she wasn't alone tonight. Sam Heughan was in London when his phone rang continuously. On the screen was a series of notifications from entertainment news sites. Caitriona Balfe suddenly announced her new boyfriend, young French businessman, Adrien Moreau. He stared at the screen, his heart skipped a beat. A strange feeling came over him, a sense of loss that he didn't want to admit. He and Caitriona had been apart for almost a year now, but deep down, he always thought she wouldn't open up to anyone else. The days of rift, the relationship between Sam and Caitriona was never fully public, but those involved knew it was very deep. They first met on the set of Outlander, the intimate scenes, the long days in Scotland, the evenings filled with only the sound of rain and whiskey. But then, the busy schedule, the pressure of the media and the baseless rumors began to eat away at their feelings. Sam was busy with action film projects in Hollywood, while Caitriona focused on her family and charity work. The geographical distance gradually turned into a distance in their hearts. The biggest argument happened in Paris. Caitriona said bluntly, "Sam, I don't want to keep waiting for you. We need to be clear." Sam was silent. He thought he would have time to make up for it. But that silence was an unspoken farewell. Public moment. On the New York red carpet, Caitriona wore a tight black dress, her hair loosely curled. She smiled, holding Adrien's hand, a tall, elegant man. Cameras flashed, and social media exploded. A reporter shouted, "Caitriona, is this a serious relationship?" She just smiled, softly replying, "Yes, I'm happy." Sam watched the video from London. The three words, "I'm happy," rang in his head, like a punch to the chest. He suddenly realized that he had not been the reason for her to smile like that for a long time. Regret. That night, Sam sat alone in his apartment. The glass of whiskey in his hand had gone cold, but he didn't bother to drink it. On the table, the photo of them in Scotland was still there. In the photo, Caitriona smiled brightly, leaning her head on his shoulder. He remembered every detail, the smell of damp wood in the inn, the sound of the wind whistling outside the window, the feeling of her cold hand in his palm. And the promise he had never kept, "I will always be here, no matter what." Now, she had someone new to lean on. And he was still standing in the same place. See you again. A week later, Sam flew to New York for a movie promotion. He knew he would meet Caitriona at a movie party. When the door to the party room opened, he saw her immediately. She was talking to Adrien, her eyes shining with warmth. Sam walked over, trying to keep his composure. "Hi, Cat." She turned around, a polite smile flashing across her face. "Hi, Sam. Long time no see." They exchanged a few short sentences. He realized that the distance between them was now not just a few steps, but an entire ocean. Unspoken words. After the party, Sam intended to call her, to say that he regretted it, that he still. But when the phone was near his ear, he hung up. She was happy. He shouldn't ruin that. On the flight back to London, Sam looked out the window. The city below was bathed in yellow lights, fading away, becoming smaller. He knew that a chapter of his life had closed. But in his heart, there was still a small corner reserved for Caitriona, a corner that no one could reach.